What's going on, everyone? It's Jacqueline here. Samsung Unpacked is right around the corner, and so is the S20. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the rumors for that, and I'm also going to be answering some questions. Welcome to Ask NBT 2020. Psyched about this one. I finally got a universal handle on both Twitter and Instagram. It's at NBT Jacqueline, and that's where I announce these Q&As. So if you want to be part of the next one, be sure to follow me on there. The first question comes from Instagram, and it's, what's your favorite show on Netflix? And it's gotta be The Office. I just finished watching all the episodes, and I'm rewatching it. I feel like that's one of the few shows that you can just watch again and again and still really enjoy. So it's gotta be The Office. Another Instagram question, do you feel pressured to regularly deliver content as well as manage studies? That's a good question. The honest answer is yes sometimes, especially in the times when there's not a lot of products to make videos on. Like right now, we're in kind of a month where there's not a lot of new stuff, which means that then I have to kind of get creative with video topics. So in those times when I'm kind of thinking about what to do, then I feel the stress of posting a video a week, but making videos is kind of my outlet and I love doing it. So most of the time, no, it's kind of I come here to de-stress. Good question. Next question is, what's my favorite piece of tech from the last decade? I'm gonna say my phone. I feel if I have to point to one product that has changed my life a lot, it's the phone. Not only can you now actually produce content from the cameras if you had to, although I wouldn't like to, it also is just acts as a connection, and I use Instagram and I use Twitter on it. The second contender would be my camera because I love capturing high quality video, but the phone, universally outside of just the YouTube life, has affected my life the most in terms of tech. Okay, this one's a really interesting one. Foldable phones are becoming more and more prominent. We're expecting one from Samsung coming up. And this question is, what do you think will become mainstream first? Every company releasing a foldable phone or every company trying to get cameras and other sensors beneath the screen? So this is kind of referring to the OnePlus Concept One, which is that new device where the cameras are kind of hidden in the back with that glass. And also it's referring to getting cameras underneath the screen. So we can get the bezel-less setup. I feel it's going to be foldable phones just because I feel there's more practicality to foldable phones than to getting cameras underneath the screen. Although the OnePlus Concept One actually is really practical because you can use the glass as an ND filter. That speaks to me. But yeah, foldable phones is something that I tried firsthand with the Fold and I kind of fell in love with it. So I can see that becoming something that a lot of manufacturers are kind of getting into, especially as technology becomes better and better and the resources to make it become easier but also more durable. No company really wants to make a phone that's going to fall apart. So once it becomes easier to make phones that will actually hold up, I think we'll see more and more manufacturers doing it. The next question is, what inspired me to become a tech YouTuber? And I feel I answered this one, so I'm just gonna give you a really brief answer. Basically, I was always really interested in technology from a really young age, and I was constantly editing things, and my friends and my grandma would constantly ask me for tech support, and I would send short tutorial videos of me doing whatever the problem was, resetting an email password. And I really enjoyed it, and it was kind of a cool medium where then they could rewatch the video in case they forgot. So I started posting similar stuff like that to YouTube, and it did well, and then I moved into the product-based stuff, which is obviously a lot more creatively fulfilling than a screen recording. That's the answer. 5 years ago, almost. It's going to be 5 years in February, which is insane. I can't clearly remember the time before I was a YouTuber, which is just nuts. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, you should do it. It's literally one of the best decisions I've ever made to press that upload button the first time. What's your dream video to make one day? Good question, Roberto. Thanks for being part of the Q&A. I don't have one thing that I specifically have in mind, but the perfect video would be my dream video to make. So a video that has amazing sound design, great set, great B-roll, a great script. I think my closest video that I've come to that is the AirPods Pro review. By no means is it the perfect video, but I think it's one of my best videos yet. If you missed that, I'm gonna leave a card, one of these sides, and a link in the description. You should check it out after this video. Super proud of how that came out. Thank you for supporting it. The comments have been dope so far. Let's keep it that way. Now we're getting into Unpacked. What are your predictions for Samsung Unpacked? Okay, so we know what's going on in San Francisco. I will be there. Excited about that. Here are my predictions. I think we're gonna see the S20, if that's what they end up calling it, and a vertically foldable phone. So I saw the Motorola Razr at a Verizon party a couple months back, and it was awesome. And there's definitely a lot of practicality in a vertical fold. So I think we're going to see Samsung do something like that. I personally think that I prefer a horizontal folding phone just because it gives you that small form factor and the bigger screen real estate when you want it. But as a girl that never really has enough pockets for my phone, I really like the idea that a vertical phone will be smaller. So I'm excited to see that. In terms of other things, we're going to see, I think, fast refresh displays, high resolution cameras with insane zoom range, and it's Samsung, so we'll probably see some other devices, like companion devices as well, maybe an update to the Galaxy Buds. Super excited about Unpacked. If you want to see coverage of Unpacked, I'm going to be covering it, so be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications if you haven't already. If you have, thank you. A lot of content coming up. Okay, and the last question of this video, and it's a good one, so I want you to comment what you think in the comments below, is foldable phones versus high refresh rate screens. Which technology do I think is going to get adapted first? And I think it's going to be high refresh rate. High refresh rate screens are just a lot more mature than the foldable phone technology. That doesn't mean that I prefer high refresh rate. While I love high refresh rate, foldable phones I think are literally going to change the way we use our smartphones. So I would love to see foldable phones get adapted faster, but in terms of like companies like Apple, they're a lot more likely to adapt to technology that's more like foolproof and mature, that's not going to have as many issues. So I could see, I think every major flagship this year is going to have a high refresh rate screen. It's going to start out with OnePlus and Samsung doing like 120 hertz, I think, which is insane. And then I just think it's going to continue. Definitely will also create an impact about how we use our phones, so I'm down for it. Let me know if you agree with that in the comments. I really love both technologies, so I'm super excited that they're getting like done by a lot of manufacturers now. I want you to check out the AirPods Pro review, and I want to hear your thoughts on the intro, because I'm really hyped about it. It took a long time, and the edit ended up coming together nicely. So click right here to see that. Check out another video right here, and I'll catch you in the next one with like a review or a more product-based video. This one was fun to make, though. Thank you for your questions. I'll see you later. Bye.